Abusunya for yen semre me dem Parliament House. 2nd of December and Mr. Speaker de beto ho se enche bia no 16th of December ombekwa kohia na omobon modia ekohia ye Mr. Ato Forson na no minority leader as they say by the 7th of January no be majority leader no or the open remark bi by as open remark no emu odeyi utimi se na oda Ghana fo asese omahwema na omayi Ghana mampani foforo president elect John Dramani Mahama asese no ono na obeye president for Ghana na ode ne remark ne ba no hwe punchlines na ewom na utimi se otu eja eden ehhehye NPP fo nani okoso aka se oda Ghana fo ase se omaboa ama oma reduce NPP for parliamentary candidates abedane abede enkokon kitinkiti na chese already o hwe enkokon kitinkiti nso eno nso na ya omo campaign NDC for campaign team na omo se Mahama ba obebre omo nkokon kitinkiti ama omo grow ewo Bruno Hafo area ho because omo so ho no omo manage poultry farm ho enti na kan manifesto ho na o se oda Ghana fo ase se omo reduce NPP for no from majority ayifo sa dia bedru enkokon kitinkiti.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm grateful for the opportunity to make a statement to welcome your good self, leadership, and all honorable members of Parliament back to this august house. Mr. Speaker, I would like to congratulate all members who were re-elected in the just ended parliamentary elections. Right Honorable Speaker, again to our colleagues who unfortunately will not be part of the next Parliament, I wish them well in their future endeavors. Mr. Speaker, I would like to profoundly thank the good people of Ghana for their emphatic decision in the December 7th presidential and parliamentary elections. At this point, Mr. Speaker, it is finished. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to thank the people of Ghana for electing His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the next president of the Republic of Ghana. The people of Ghana have once again shown that they can rise to the occasion when it matters the most. May I, at this point, acknowledge the hard work of our present 137 NDC members of Parliament for their dedication to duty, which has resulted in the unprecedented number of MPs elect for the NDC party. Mr. Speaker, I'm proud to announce that we were able to snatch over 50 parliamentary seats from our colleagues at the divide. We took more than 50 parliamentary seats from the ruling NPP party. Mr. Speaker, we have clearly shown that it is possible to reduce the NPP majority to Nkokwan Katenkate. Indeed, Nkokwan Katenkate is possible. Right Honorable Speaker, the night Parliament will be unique and interesting. It would be a contest of ideas between the super NDC majority and the mini-micro NPP minority. Mr. Speaker, what happened on the 7th of December polls was a revolution, the people's revolution, what I call it. It was a revolt against a government that is obstinate, insensitive, high-handed, and dismissive of public opinion. It was a revolt against a government that called people with dissenting views names, such as detractors, cynics, naysayers. Mr. Speaker, sometimes they call views of dissenting people as Sambalat and Tobias. Ghanaians have clearly shown that they cannot be taken for granted, and that when it matters the most, they will either reward those in office or punish those in office. Right Honorable Speaker, it is obvious that NPP has been punished for its poor governance, economic mismanagement, obstinacy, greed, state capture, arrogance of power, impunity, disrespect, lawlessness, and persecution of political opponents. Mr. Speaker, the lesson is that what happened to the NPP and the outgoing government is that the political class cannot and should not take the people of Ghana for granted. This calls for introspection on the part of the political class. It is also a call for deep soul-searching on the part of those in leadership who ought to have been heard when government engages in acts of impunity, lawlessness, and destruction. To my cherished NDC political party and the incoming government, may we never become like the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have to be different. We cannot be like the NPP government. We may be guided by the principles of integrity, probity, and accountability. Mr. Speaker, the time has come for us to do right by the people of Ghana at all times and to champion people-centered policies that genuinely benefit the voter and the ordinary Ghanaian, not the political class and its cronies. Right, Honorable Speaker, indeed, it is finished.
Yes, we not just say, oh, na parliament to hire there. Now parliament no hire there no. Anna, you see, President here was they are about to, leave the office by the 7th of January, as I said earlier. Now, on what pace come pale 140 million on the quarter ship. Now I'm say 140 million on the quarter ship. NPP for ship we are mukoto. My agenda is saying a day into na mukoto ship. Se si ameno Cassiel Ato Forson Martin rumors say on the AB of Babaye finance minister for the NDC and we nyamunya conclude but we rumors enemu Ato Forson kyerɛ sɛ onti ase Emma NPP for mobile free office NTC pole 140 million euros some of the koto ship even ship ya mo de koto enso isi here da ho mama galam say ase no enti ship no kra mo de be ye den se bibi papa bi e wo ship na omo beto ni mu a obesre omo se omo de omo free office na omo pass bill no emfama the upcoming president no na se upcoming president ne ba na se odwen ho na hu se emfa so bi wo ship na omo koto ne so a na omo koto because one NPP for mo na mo nim de enti omo koto ship no se si a ship ya omo koto yi NDC for nim emfa so be ba so na omo nim de omo de ye omo so na ebe rule enti mo emfa omo budget mra omo de omo budget ba na se there is any merit in buying that kind of ships in the ano makoto na se omunya hu important e wompa na se eye president elect mahama mu engine to mu na se NDC for engine to mu there is nowhere omo be allow NPP for omo makoto 140 million.
Right, Honorable Speaker, let me also comment on the business statement. The Speaker, this morning I made it clear to my colleague, the Honorable Afenyo Markin, that it will be wrong for an outgoing government to commit an incoming government to millions of US dollars, which will be a fiscal strain on the next budget. The Speaker, I said this on the backdrop that before us, they are proposing to buy ships worth 140 million euros at this time. Mr. Speaker, it is very wrong for a government that is leaving office in 3 weeks, to commit 140 million euros. Mr. Speaker, if it is extremely important for the state, allow the new government to commit them. Right, Honorable Speaker, the tax exemptions before us, if approved, will have a fiscal burden in the next budget. So you are saying that the next government should carry your burden of $350 million? Mr. Speaker, no way. No way. It's not going to happen. Right, Honorable Speaker, as we speak, there is no 2025 budget. Activities before us cannot commit to the 2025 budget. You don't know the priorities of the next government. Look, I reviewed the Hansard before coming here. The Honorable Chairman Bozu is a precedent to me. Okay, it's authority on this matter. In 2016, what he said to us, and it is for that reason why today we were not able to take the loan for Dam and Go Water. I brought Dam and Go Water before us. They said to us that you cannot commit the next government, and if it is urgent or important, allow the next government to take it. So, Mr. Speaker, issues that will commit this country, as long as our budget is concerned, Mr. Speaker, I beg to say that let us leave it for the next administration to handle. But there are other low-hanging fruits here, like the Environmental Protection Agency bill. It is only, we finished the bill, we have left with only the third reading. Mr. Speaker, that one, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want it, the next minister responsible for environment will come and do it. But anything else, Mr. Speaker, it won't happen. It will not happen. Thank you.
Now ship 140 million euros there. And here now you ship eBay. Ghana force come do almost more ship and answer ship and never go for and you free China ni Russia ni Europe abana. Enti way ana ekoso ewo Parliament House. Enti ushema na just say NPP for medicine omo anu androne ye de amomo because ansa na mahama ebe free so no. Eye Mr. Ato Forson ka say omo akoye se na mburo river hwan bia na ewo se anka NPP for no e allow omo omo etua ho ka na omo sign ansa na omo free office. Na emom NPP for na ampre NPP for ne ka say omo pese omo yesa omo nje bibia ma Akufo-Addo a ono na obeye president that time no na se Akufo-Addo ba na se opren dia na omaye se Akufo-Addo ampre dia omo nye ema omo boss ade ne guye enti se sese no NDC for baso na se mo nso mo koto 140 million ships a euros o ne se dollars impo euros ne zo wosoro mo koto 140 million ships a ane omo nso nye den omo nso enti ase ema omo nye den omo enye den ento na che se ne mpanifo be ka se unyi a menye den mensra kwatia because atam na wo sra kwatia na adwun se wanyi awie na ase na unyi nwie ye onso abeka fa ma sisi obi abe den tenten ase enti we na Ato Forson e de ba na mi hu se Mr. Speaker aye Mr. Alban o ka kire se Afenyo Martin so se Markins se o twantro because according to Mr. Afenyo no say only the minority leader sesi the minority leader or be majority leader no omuko agreement be regarding some finance be and also regarding some policy be ni secretary be home. But Mr. Alban said that be during that time I was in the room with you. There was no agreement. You guys didn't agree. So right now nipa ni ha no enya fe na wo be ka kire me say you agreed on that particular thing. Not just say Mr. Alban no I expose Mr. Afenyo Martins se Markins nso ewo parliament o yenko hwe video no
revise that because we have not given specific amendment to it and we agreed as a house and I'm surprised that the minority leader coming to the floor to again raise an objection on a matter that by consensus we've agreed, but that is politics. Mr. Speaker, an impression is being created as if these items are new items that have suddenly arisen. It is not the case, but it's okay, I'll rest my case.
Majority Leader, it's not fair. You know your colleague Minority Leader is not here. But both of you sat with me on this matter. Yes, and you never agreed. He's not there. Now you got up to say you agreed and you are trying to talk about at the business committee level. I wasn't present there. The meeting I was present was me and the two of you. You did not even allow your colleagues in leadership to be part of that discussion. And you disagreed. So you don't get up to paint a picture as if he's reneging on something he has agreed to earlier on. That's not fair.
Right,
Oh, you are not just Mr. Afenyo Markins na the kind of 2 year career. Mr. Speaker said that be meant because one no say NDC for Nebano, they hold 2/3 of the parliamentary candidate. So they have powers in their hands. Unim na kwa mistake na be try ntrobi na nkrofoi ebe yimi fru hana me den. So he didn't agree or he didn't sit there for Mr. Afenyo Markins to lie. Now Mr. Afenyo Markins also utumi say hu kakra banimu because osuro say ebia no mako change Mr. Speaker. Na che say Mr. Speaker no, say Mr. Speaker say no one NPP for no any NDC for no old people na no mu ye free kakra into omo ko parliament ye de omo timi din komo echo agreement on some certain things but right now no omo hu powers a NDC for ekura into omo suro se e bi kura na ye be Mr Speaker free ho na che se omo yi Mr Speaker free ho ahwa na ye ka asem omo incident enti Mr Afenyo Markins e make jokes bi but at the same time being serious say obo mpaye say NDC for ye omo be omo emeyi Mr Speaker free ho because they are capable of doing that and NDC for no omo ye nyoma bi wo ha uhu but nyoma bi wo ha they are really capable of doing na Mr Speaker Krampo esre but me make comment bia
Mr. Speaker, the institutional empowerment you've given to Parliament is equal to none. It's largely because, Mr. Speaker, we had you as a speaker coming from within. Mr. Speaker, I don't know whether you are being retained or a new person is going to be appointed, but I pray that if they decide, Mr. Speaker, if they sack you, Mr. Speaker, of all that you've done for them, they are going to sack you. Of all that Mr. Speaker has done for you, you are going to sack Mr. Speaker. We will see. Mr. Speaker, if they decide to retain you, I know Parliament is going to benefit. But should they decide to retire you, Mr. Speaker, they can do it. Oh, they can do it. They are unpredictable. They can do it. If they decide to retain you, the happiness of this house will gather further momentum. However, if the new government decides to bring a new speaker, that speaker should come from within. We don't want an outsider. We want somebody from within who would understand us.
Yes, NDC for beti me Mr Speaker free ho because power is omukra no. Unni amom pe say o pesa o betena so no o meyi we free ho kama. But me sure say eno is part of NDC for problem because right now no omo problems are also omo tackle. For instance 140 million ships here annual den. 140 million Charlie. It's yeah, and man kitin be saying na a course our parliamentary sitting na happen on the 16th of December. Ubeti ma kire wadwen e de afa ho. We are sure say 140 million deal na ma sign na me de koto ships no. Omo ntwe ma mra na mahama na ma approve ya na say yema NPP for enter na ma free office. We any new man wetim akire wadwen e de afa ho. Me din adodo na de frame ye R6 and I say Adade Mensa Collins. Aha Richmond's Media. Me de mo besi ha ya.